Disclaimer, this video is based on my opinion and is not to be taken as fact in terms of geopolitics. Southeast Asia is a region that has potential to rival mainland powers. And we can see that in countries like Vietnam or Indonesia. Rising economies from diverse population and threat of influences from world powers, in this case, China, who has been threatening a lot of nations after the century of humiliation. We can understand why they'd be this aggressive on both foreign and domestic policy. They've had enough of being pushed around and taken advantage of. But to that I say, that doesn't mean you get to push us, smaller nations, around and be used as your puppet. So I came up with a solution, though not a perfect one, a solution nonetheless, to counter their advances. You've heard of ASEAN, an alliance of Southeast Asian nations. But to me, it's nothing but a piece of paper. I see it as a weak tool, unlike other alliances, such as EU and NATO. The nations involved are committed and upheld this alliance, so why not us in Southeast Asia? I present to you Military and Economic Association of Southeast Asia, or M.E.A.S.A, or however you want to pronounce it. I even designed a flag for it. It's based on the ASEAN flag. The proposed members are Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Timor-Leste, and Vietnam. I also made a list of honorary members that aren't exactly in the alliance, but are allied to the alliance. Australia, India, Japan, New Zealand, United States, Russia, Papua New Guinea, and Taiwan. What is it? An extended and wider version of Mafelindo. What is your basis? On July 1963, an attempt by Wenceslao Vinzens, initially proposed by Jose Rizal, a confederation of Malay race supposed to be named Malay Irredenta. It was to be a confederation of Malaysia, Philippines, and Indonesia. Mafelindo. But it's a topic for another day. Why? ASEAN is an inefficient alliance and is not a military pact between nations. Thus has no teeth when it comes to cooperation, policies, and whenever tackling various topics and/or issues. What for? I believe we as smaller nations need to band together to make it clear and official that we will not be taken advantage of by stronger powers, notably China, who is expanding its influence into all of Asia. We aren't going to lean towards anyone. We're only going to protect our own sovereignty in our own spheres of influence, respectively. Other notes. One important feature of our alliance is when one of us are attacked, it will be considered an attack to all. It may also apply to honorary members if they so wish. Goals, in any order: intelligence, financial, military, diplomatic, and economic aid collaborations and growth. Free trade between members, honorary members not included. Counter Chinese expansion. If I do not include this, no support would arise from anyone involved. Armed neutrality for all nations involved. Cease funding of armed militia between nations, if they are. Optional. Vast social reforms. Military buildup. Partnership with international alliances when it comes to intelligence, financial, military, diplomatic, and economics. I understand this would never likely happen because no one is willing to put up an effort to safeguard our maritime territorial integrity. So I, for one, push this as a proposal to world leaders in Southeast Asia. And make sure they go through it with my proposal, especially now that tensions may only worsen.